Today, let's explore the invention of a household item that we often take for granted, the humble ironing board. You might think that something as mundane as an ironing board couldn't possibly have an interesting backstory, but prepare to be amazed. Our story begins in the early 19th century, a time when crinolines, bustles, and high collars were all the rage in fashion. The ladies of the day faced a formidable task, making sure their clothes were perfectly pressed to maintain that impeccable Victorian appearance. But alas, they were in dire need of a solution to make this chore less cumbersome. Enter Mr. George W. Reed, a resident of New York City who had an epiphany while watching his wife wrestle with the household ironing. Reed, bless his heart, recognized the need for a more efficient way to get the wrinkles out of those pesky petticoats and elaborate dresses. He decided to take matters into his own hands and set out to invent what would become the modern ironing board. Reed's first prototype, created around 1858, was a rather simple affair, a wooden board with 4 detachable legs. It wasn't anything too fancy, but it was a start. The invention was quite a hit among the ladies of the time, and it quickly gained popularity in the bustling urban centers of America. As the demand for ironing boards grew, so did the desire for improvements. In the late 19th century, several inventors made their mark on the ironing board's design. Sarah Boone, an African-American inventor, received a patent in 1892 for her innovative ironing board design. Her board featured a narrow and curved shape, which made it ideal for ironing sleeves and other tricky areas. Boone's creation, while perhaps not as well known as Reed's, added significant value to the ironing experience. In 1892, another inventor named John B. Porter patented an ironing board with a collapsible leg system. This brilliant addition made storage a breeze and allowed people to tuck their ironing boards away when not in use, a convenience we still appreciate today. Fast forward to the 20th century, and we see the ironing board evolving even further. Metal frames, adjustable height settings, and padded covers became common features, making the chore of ironing a tad more comfortable and efficient. So, there you have it, the fascinating tale of the ironing board. From its modest beginnings as a simple wooden plank to the modern marvel we know today, this household item has truly come a long way. Thanks to the creative minds and inventors like George W. Reed, Sarah Boone, and John B. Porter, we can now effortlessly achieve wrinkle-free perfection in our clothing. The next time you're grumbling about tackling that pile of laundry, remember the inventors who toiled and innovated to make your life easier. The ironing board may not be the most glamorous invention, but it certainly has its place in the history of household innovations. So, here's to George W. Reed and all the unsung heroes who turned ironing from a tedious task into a breeze.